Welcome friends, my name is Jayashree. Continuing from the last video in which we have seen how in simple lookup can be used to retrieve specific values, I am going to continue the same concept, that is lookup categories, and here I am with a new category, that is VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP function is used for vertical lookup. This has been designed to retrieve the data from a table which is organized vertically, where each of your row is going to indicate a new record. When you are using in VLOOKUP, essentially you are telling your Excel that here is the value, go for another location, find out the match for my specific value, and once you have got the match, display the contents of that particular cell. Your VLOOKUP is going to have 4 parameters. Out of these 4 parameters, the first 3 parameters are compulsory, or I can say they are required, and the fourth one is an optional parameter. Fine. Let's look into the detail of each of the parameter. Your first parameter is your lookup value. This is the content which you are actually searching for. Your second parameter is table array. This is going to indicate the panel where you are searching your contents. Your third parameter is the column index number. Your column index number is actually your search result column, that is from which panel you want to retrieve your contents. This column has to be one of the column of your table array. And then the last parameter, which is optional, is actually going to indicate what type of range values you want. That means, are you looking for an exact match or an approximate match? If you are looking for an exact match, you have to write over there either false or 0. If you are looking for an approximate match, you can write true or 1. This true or 1 is set as default value. So always remember, when you are working with text in VLOOKUP, you need to assign this false or 0. If you don't assign, you might get a wrong output. Fine. So hope the parameters are fine. As I always say, if you want to learn Excel, the only thing you need to understand is the concept of each of the argument. If the concept is clear, you will be easily able to write your functions. Let's move ahead and see a practical example of this. So here I am going with the same data on which we have worked previously for lookup. I have a data for advertisement expenses done for different countries and different products, and my target is to find out the particular value. So as the definition was, you can use your VLOOKUP function when your data is arranged vertically, and after finding out the matching value, you want to retrieve a specific record from a particular column. So over here I'll be writing some country name. I'm going again with India, and what I want over here, I want to retrieve the value of India for MS Office. For your simplicity, I have even highlighted the value, and I have given over here the column sequence number and the row number. So it will be easy for you to understand the function. Let me start adding the function. So equals to VLOOKUP. So our VLOOKUP first parameter is the value you are searching, which is arranged vertically at your first column. Remember, that should be your first column of your table. So I am looking for a specific country which is written over here at M19, comma, where I want to search for that. Now in this scenario, I am going to select my entire table, comma. My third parameter is column index number. So as I said, I want to retrieve the value of MS Office. So my MS Office column number is 6. So I'll be writing 6 over here, followed by comma, and then as I said, you have two options. Either you can go for true approximate match or false exact match. Just remember one thing, many times what we do is we just highlight and then press the enter key. You should highlight and press tab button, or you can write it manually as 0. So whatever you want, write and then press an enter key, and let's check if we are getting a right answer. So yes, I am getting a perfect answer for MS Office India. My expenses is 28349. Now what if I want to check it for Sri Lanka and mobile? What changes I will have to do? The very first change will be, I'll have to write my country name over here, that is I am looking for Sri Lanka. And second thing, since I want to retrieve contents of mobile column, I'll have to change the column number over here, instead of 6 to 5. This is how your VLOOKUP function is going to work. If you are working on this smaller panel, it is sometimes even fine if you go for manually searching. But if you have more contents, it is always better to switch to some type of lookup option. Hope this is fine. You're clear with the basic concept. Now, troubleshooting your VLOOKUPs. Here I am going to give you some tips. Till now, what VLOOKUP function you have seen, you can just see that it is not that complicated. You can easily write your function. The only thing is, sometimes accidentally some wrong things may happen. So down I am going to show you what precautions you need to check or you need to do while you are writing your VLOOKUP. So for each argument I am going to tell you the reasons of error. Like my first argument is lookup value. So what you are going to check over here, the very first thing you are going to check over here is that column the leftmost column of your lookup table? And if it is not, and if it is impractical for you to change the column sequence, it is better for you to switch to another function, that is index and match. To know more about these two functions, do subscribe to the channel and check more videos. Now note one more thing over here, that the physical position of your column is not important. That means if your table is starting from somewhere T, in that case your T column will become your very first column. It is not that your column A is your first column. So your column sequence number will go based on the table array you have chosen. Fine. Second thing you need to check over here is about formatting of your contains. So when you are writing a content for searching, you need to check, is the same formatting been given for your table also. For example, over here I have sales details for employee codes with the same product. Fine. And I am going to write some employee code over here, and I want to retrieve the value. I have written the same function, the one which I have shown you previously. The simple function, that is VLOOKUP. I am going to look for the employee code in the entire table. Column number is 9 and the type of match is false, that is exact match. And not getting my output. Now in this scenario, if you keep on checking your formula is actually perfect. Why you are not getting an output? You are getting an NA error. NA error indicates max of the time that your function is right, the formatting or the way you have written your input is not perfect. So let's check our input. My input over here is 103, which is a numerical value. But if I go to my data and check, at my data I am getting some green color marks. If I just activate my cell and check, it is showing me that the numbers are stored as text. So since your numbers are over here in the format of text and over here in the format of number, your Excel is not able to match these two things. So remember to keep the same formatting for both your contents. You can either change this to text or you can change this panel to number. Let me just change this to numbers and check if it is working. So I've selected my contents and I'm saying to Excel that convert this to number. So the moment I say that convert them to number, I'm getting my output. So for the first panel, for the first argument, I can say what thing you are going to check. The first thing is that your first column, and the second is the formatting perfect. Fine. Let's check for the second argument. What was the second argument? The second argument was your table array. Now for table array, you just need to pay attention to your VLOOKUP function. Are you going to copy that function down or ahead to your columns? If so, you need to remember the concept of locking your cells. By pressing F4, lock your array so that even if you shift your contains down or ahead, it won't change your searching data. Fine. If you don't know about how to use this reference concepts, again look at my different types of videos available. Or a better option over here is also to name your cell arrays. You can actually name your entire data panel, which actually goes as absolute, and it won't give you any error even if you copy down. That is the first thing for table array. The second thing you can check is if you are working with multiple worksheets and your searching data is available in a different worksheet. At that time, you need to check whether the sheet names have been took properly. I'm just showing you a function over here where I'm just manually retrieving some contents, and you can just see what happens when we try to retrieve a content from a different worksheet. So I'm writing equals to, I'm going with my different worksheet and I'm giving a cell address as A1. So those who are aware, when you are working with a different worksheet, your way of writing a function becomes as the worksheet name followed by the cell addresses. So for now my worksheet name is lookup array A1, which is perfect. But the moment I come back to my VLOOKUP worksheet, it will change it to VLOOKUP A1. So what thing you need to remember over here is, when you are going to any other worksheet and you are trying to retrieve the cell, do remember to press your enter key over there only, so that you'll get a perfect output. Or just remember a simple thing, that once you have done writing your VLOOKUP function, check the worksheet name, is it perfect or not. That these are the two things you need to check about your second panel, that is table array. Now the third argument was for our column index number. Now what you need to check about column index number, one simplest thing, that is the column sequence. Remember to count your column sequence with 1 and from the panel where your data is starting. Fine. Now sometimes it might be that your Excel is not showing you any error, but you are getting a wrong output. For example, if I wanted to retrieve and contents of HDD, and over there I have written in column number as 2, I am going to get my output. I won't be even able to find out if I have got a wrong answer. So it is always recommended that for first 2 or 3 times at least you should cross check whether you are getting a proper output. Go manually to your data and check, is the output right or not. Fine. Third thing which can happen over here while writing in column number is, you are writing in column number which is out of the table panel. In short, I can say, if I have total 9 number of columns and if I try to write in column number 10 over here, it will give me a reference error. So with the name of the error, you will be able to identify what can be the reason of that error. So always remember, in your VLOOKUP function, if you are getting any error, you need to check your inputs. If you are getting a reference error, you need to check your column index number. Fine. So that is about the third parameter. And for the fourth parameter, at the fourth parameter, you are going to just simply write true and false. Remember one thing, many of you don't pay attention to the sequence of the argument. It is not like आप कहीं पे भी कुछ भी लिखोगे. You need to go with a proper sequence, the one which Excel is showing you down. One. Second, if you want to use the true concept of your Excel, that is approximate match, your data should be sorted in ascending order. Fine. And in case still if you are getting an error, that might be probably because that particular data is actually not available in your contents. Sometimes for NA you can even check for if you have some spaces. To know how to work even if you have some spaces in your data, or how VLOOKUP with and true can work for you, you can just watch my other videos available. Now for now, one simple solution for you is, since it is not possible every time to check what is the column number, you can go with one simple trick option over here. So I am working with a new function over here, that is column function. First I will show you the simple way of working. I am writing over here equals to column. After writing column, I can just give any cell reference. So if I am giving a cell reference of X box, my Excel will show me the column number. That means I can use this concept in my VLOOKUP formula also. So now I don't need to count it manually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can say column of that particular cell. Same way, if I want to find out the column of laptop, I can say column of my laptop cell. The only problem over here is, if you want to work with this column function, the only thing you need to check is that is your data starting with A. If it is not, again I can go with a simple trick. If it is starting with B, I am saying -1. So it is giving me a right column number, that is 9. Over here also I can say column -1. Since my data is starting with B, I am saying -1. If your data is starting with C, you can say -2 and so on. That's a simple thing you need to do. How to use that with our VLOOKUP? Again I will be writing my VLOOKUP formula. I am looking for this country. I am looking for that country panel in this array, comma. Now instead of writing in column index number manually, I am going to write column of which cell. Suppose I want to retrieve the contents of again laptop, so I am saying column of this laptop, but after completing the bracket I am saying -1 and then comma and exact match. If I press my enter key, I will be getting my output. So for India I am getting a perfect answer. So if manually counting is not possible for you, you can go with this column function. To know more better options, so do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Hope the video was useful for you and you have learned some new things in VLOOKUP. Thank you.